37, filed on behalf of Mulberry Knoll Associates, LLC. County Council may remember this from the public hearing that was held on October 21st of last year. This is a change of zone application for an amendment to the comprehensive zoning map of Sussex County from an AR1 agricultural residential district to a C4 planned commercial district for parcels of land lying and being in Sussex County containing 73.5 acres lying on the northwest side of John J. Williams Highway at the northwest corner of the intersection of Mulberry Knoll Road. County Council deferred action on the application, holding the record open for additional responses from state agencies and for further public comments. All of those comments and additional materials are now in your paperless packet, with the public record closing automatically on December 23rd of last year.
Okay. Mr. Moore, would you give us a short title, please?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. An ordinance to amend the comprehensive zoning map of Sussex County from an AR1 agricultural residential district to a C4 planned commercial district for certain parcels of land lying and being in Sussex County containing 73.5 acres, more or less, for the reasons given by Planning Zoning 1 through 11 with conditions 12A through Q.
Okay, pleasure of council.
Move for adoption.
Motion, Ms. Grunebaum.
Second.
Second, Mr. McCarron. Are there any questions on the motion? Hearing none, we'll take the vote, but we'll start with Ms. Grunebaum.
Thank you. I want to begin by thanking the hundreds of residents who took the time to appear before us or to write to us about this application. Citizen input and participation is important and provides council with a full range of concerns. This matter involves several very popular potential occupants/retailers in a new zoning category C-4. This category is an important tool that allows the county to add conditions to a change of zone. Due to the rapid residential growth of the area, some new commercial growth that supports the residential growth is to be anticipated. I appreciate that we now have that tool and appreciate the fact that the Planning and Zoning Commission spent hours reviewing testimony and added so many important conditions. However, there are flaws with this application that even those conditions cannot correct. As you know, the C4 zoning district is a new district created by the County Council in 2018. When the Council established this zoning district, they wanted the predictability of a unified commercial development along with the flexibility of a planned commercial district. As such, the Council must review any C4 application knowing the potential size and scope of the development to ensure the outcome provides for the application of design ingenuity while achieving the goals of the comprehensive plan. One important component and reason for the C4 classification was to, and I quote, create commercial, retail, and mixed-use developments that combine shopping, working, and living environments. The pending application is not a mixed-use development, as it has no provision for housing and thus misses a key requirement for a unified development. In my view, this is a flaw to the application and one that cannot be ignored. Indeed, this development is located in the heart of eastern Sussex County, an area that would greatly benefit from diverse, affordable housing stock. The housing component is important because it allows people to reside near where they shop, thus cutting the necessary trips on the road, and allows others to live where they work, again reducing trips on the roads. Traffic will always be a consideration for an application of this size. In a letter dated April 30th, 2025, McCormick Taylor reviewed the TIS for the development prepared by the Bowman Consulting Group, Ltd., and DelDOT found the TIS conformed to DelDOT's Development Coordination Manual and other acceptable practices. The McCormick Taylor report goes on to say the proposed development is within the Henlopen TID, and the proposed plan is inconsistent with the land use and transportation plan that was developed for the TID. In these cases, the developer is required to perform a traffic impact study to determine if the TID improvements are still adequate given the additional trips associated with this development. The TID build-out year is 2045, and the minimal acceptable level of service is LOSD. The McCormick-Taylor report highlighted over 20 intersections that exhibit LOS deficiencies without the implementation of physical roadway and/or traffic improvements. The sheer magnitude of the size of this project overwhelms the projections of the TID. In fact, the TIS noted other intersections outside of the TID that will also need improving. This development is projected to open in 2028, but there is no certain deadline for completing the corresponding improvements. Instead, even under the TID, the needed improvements may not be fully completed until 2045. The calamity cannot be overstated. The list of transportation deficiencies that exist today or that will be felt if this development gets approved are too great. The magnitude of this development exceeds what DelDOT and the Henlopen TID can construct in an adequate time frame that corresponds with the build-out of the intensive commercial uses on this site, resulting in a burden on the overall local transportation network that is too severe for me to allow this application to move forward. For all these reasons, I vote no.
Okay, Mr. McCarron.
Based upon the testimony heard during the public hearing and the reasons given by my fellow colleague, I vote no.
Mr. Lloyd.
Based on the testimony given at the hearing, I vote no.
Please. Mr. Riley.
I agree with the summation made by Ms. Grunewald, and based on that, plus the testimony given at the hearing, my vote is no.
I also agree with everyone's comment. I vote no. Motion failed. No. Please do not do that. Next up is